kind of like a second home for me because I made so many good friends there. I had the best laughs and the best lectures. Raised Korea's statue in the international community. So I've been thinking of becoming a diplomat. How?
Yeah, I have to do it this time. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very good today.
Good. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Thank you. My name is Cori. What's your name?
My Korean name is Kim Sian, and you can call me Anna.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Anna.
Pow.
Pow.
Yeah, it's sound effect.
Okay, very good. So, shall we get started?
Yeah, of course.
Great. Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am an ordinary middle school third grader in a Korean middle school, and I'm living with my 4 family and a cat named Barry. And I really like to read books and listen to music. And I was the 3rd generation of English X-Stars in 2014 when I was roughly 5 years old.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's quite a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Experienced English egg again, and I'm so happy to come here.
Great, yeah, happy to have you. So tell us a little bit about your hobbies.
I don't usually have a lot of free time these days because I get busy studying and like preparing for exams now, but when I do, I usually read English books a lot, so I brought some of my most memorable books to the studio today.
Okay.
And I like to make my books look loved, so I kind of put a lot of tabs and I underline and highlight my books. You can check inside.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
It's my hobby. Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow, that's amazing. So if you can see, there's a lot of notes here.
I like to annotate in the books a lot.
What kind of stuff are you usually making note of when you're looking through the book?
Quotes, and for example, this is the Dead Poets Society book, and I watched the movie first. So in the movie, there are some sad parts and happy parts and the poems that I pay attention to. So when I find it in the book, it makes me feel like, oh, I saw this in the movie before, and I just highlight it and kind of just encrypt it into my memory again.
Wow, encrypt, that's a good word. You have a good vocabulary.
Thank you.
Very nice. What book is this?
This
Good
is kind of
Vibes,
like
Good
a
Life.
motivational book. I read it last year when I was kind of having a slump. So it helped me kind of stand up again. And there's a lot of tabs, a lot of good sentences in the book. I really highly recommend it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So obviously you're very fluent in English.
Yeah, many people say so.
Definitely. What's your secret? Are there any tips that you can share with us about improving English fluency?
I feel like the thing that mostly affected my English pronunciation is speaking in English in my daily life. And I think my sister played a really big role in that because when we're at the house, we speak in English usually. It's not so my parents cannot understand or anything. They do. They do understand whatever we're saying. But I feel like we could connect more in English because it's our own language in the house.
What about outside of the house? Do you guys also speak in English?
In public, yes, we do speak in English.
So what are people's reactions then when they hear you speaking to each other in English? Are they surprised? Are they confused? Are they from abroad or something?
I think it's a mix of all the things you just said. So, and I think most of the reactions of the public are positive, but sometimes I could see confused looks from other people, and I feel a bit self-conscious, but no, I don't really care anymore because I'm used to it for 15 years now. Yeah.
So it's become something that's like your own.
Yeah,
right?
It's very natural for me.
I know that you don't go to like an academy for English. So how were you able to like confirm your English skill?
If I really do have to kind of evaluate my skills, I feel like I would take Korean English tests at a high school level. And it's not like very difficult for me. I usually get 90s scores. But when I do get something wrong, I feel like I'm kind of weak in reading. So when I get a question wrong, I try to really analyze the paragraph in depth and try to like figure out why I got this wrong and why this answer is correct instead of the one I chose.
Yeah, I feel like you can definitely be satisfied with your score, especially high 90s. To be honest, even as a completely native English speaker too, I don't know that I would get a perfect score.
Yeah, Korean tests are kind of like twisted sometimes. They try to really like target psychology of their students. I'm like, is it this or is it this? I just can't figure out sometimes.
It can be nerve-wracking, especially test environment, but great job.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And another one is taking a formal test called TEPS. It is short for Test of English Proficiency. I took it last year. And it was kind of nerve-wracking. All the other people in the classroom were adults. And they were kind of looking at me like, what is that little kid doing here? I was like, kind of like feeling self-conscious. But thankfully, I got like the 1+ grade, which is top grade.
Wow, congratulations.
And, yeah, thank you. And now that I'm going to high school in a few months, I feel like I should work more on my grammar and my reading skills.
I heard that you also attended a gifted program for students that was held at a university.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Like that place is kind of like a second home for me because I made so many good friends there. I had the best laughs and the best lectures, the best opportunities. And I feel like I really reached my fullest potential there. Every semester we have to complete a project on a specific topic. And one of the most memorable topic, I feel like making my own language. We had to make a language. It was kind of like difficult for me. It was a new topic for me, and we focused on the linguistics of English.
Wow, that's a really interesting project. So they're like Korean friends or from other countries too?
The people who apply for the gifted education program are mostly Korean. Yeah, but they have experiences of living abroad, while I don't, which is kind of sad for me, I guess.
No, I would say it's amazing that even though you haven't had that experience, that you're able to still be part of that group. So that sounds like an awesome experience. Is there anything that you learned specifically, like while going through the courses there, that helped you?
So the two professors of my senior year, one specifically majored in the linguistics of English, and the other taught us about how to think creatively outside the box. For the first professor, I remember doing a project researching about the Jeju Island dialect and finding specific grammatic rules that are different to the standard Korean that we use in Seoul. And it was really fun. We could search about the Jeju dialect in K-dramas, like, you know.
Yeah, sure.
It was...
A lot are popular these days, especially, for sure.
And I feel like it was a very new experience for me because the Jeju Island dialect is like really different from the standard Korean. I honestly would not understand anything if I had to go there and talk to someone like a Jeju native. And the second professor was about thinking creatively. It was more of like an activity-based class, so we could do random projects like, if the world was ending, what would you do first to persuade the people in this room to follow you? Stuff like that. Kind of radical.
Yeah. Do you feel like you would want to be followed in that situation?
No, honestly, I would not like voluntarily take the role of a leader in that drastic situation because the world is ending, right? I just want to be with my family. That's what matters to me most.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a lot of pressure. Very interesting. Well, thank you for sharing about that. Social issues or like any other like current events, things like that you're interested in that you want to share?
It's not a current event. It's like a progressive conflict between Korea and another country, so I'm really interested in the Dokdo Island territorial issue, you know, what's happening. And I don't want to call it a conflict or a dispute because Dokdo is rightfully our country's territory, and by saying that it's a dispute, it will be saying that there's no proper claim over it. So I've been researching about historical evidence of Dokdo being Korean territory, and I also know that many Japanese government sites are claiming Dokdo as Takeshima, and it's really outraging. And I'm also really angry that they are teaching their children that Dokdo is Japanese territory through their wrongful facts in their history textbooks. And I really feel like the Korean citizens should really stand up to really like protect it.
Wow. I can tell that you're really passionate about this.
I'm really invested in it. I get really, really angry and emotional about it. I shouldn't be like this right now because it's like an interview with you and me.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. It gives us a little bit more insight into your interests and whatnot. Do you have any plans for the future? Anything related to English that you'd like to do?
I was thinking about becoming a diplomat or an international organization worker because, you know, I'm very invested in the Dokdo issue, like the historical issues that we have. And I feel like becoming a diplomat and really sharing my knowledge with other people as a public worker, I would be able to give a positive influence and really raise our statue, raise Korea's statue in the international community. So I've been thinking of becoming a diplomat, and I, like, in a wider view, not in just like a personal way, but like I want to become a very abundant person, like a mentally abundant person, so I can really emotionally connect with other people who needs help around the world, like children who are experiencing wars or like malnourished and stuff. I really want to contribute to helping them somehow. I want to experience and travel around the world to help people like that.
Wow. Well, Anna, I know that you'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
I can definitely feel your passion about these issues from just having a short conversation and also your skill level too. So it's very clear that you've benefited from using English
Yeah,
Egg.
English Egg was a really big part of my journey as an English speaker, and I feel like I will keep remembering it. Even if I become an adult, I'll remember that English Egg was the reason I started using English, and I will always appreciate using English Egg.
Awesome, great. Thank you for sharing, Anna. It was a pleasure meeting you.
You
Nice
too.
conversation.
How?
Yeah, I have to do it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.